I got it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Actors del Arte Ensemble of West Michigan. We are glad to introduce you to our new play, the two-actor Lost in Eden. It's a story about a group of people. They're going to do a movie in Brazil, and on their way, they have all kinds of problems, as you're soon to find out. I would like to introduce the cast. Uh, Don Couture, who is our captain, Emerson Day, Raquel Rivera, Georgie Pearson, flight attendant, second in command, Ian Jenny, Kyle Logan, director of the movie, and also reading for Willie Weiner, Kathy McFarlane, reading for Dolores Logan, Kyle's mother on vacation. Gerard Kingman will also be read by Ian Jenny. Brenda Gannett, C.C. Baker, understudy to Sella. Colin Jenny, Lamont Davis, stunt coordinator. Patrice Bridges, Macy Hunter, Kyle's girlfriend. And Abbas Majad, Afonso Oliveira, the Portuguese cameraman. And yours truly, Patricia Rose. And I will be doing the narration and reading for Stella Lamar, who is Captain's girlfriend. As the story begins, it is present day. The story takes place present time. A film crew is heading for Brazil in their company's private jet. The movie they are producing is Lost in Eden by Star Productions. On the way, the pilot loses control of the plane as it crashes onto an island somewhere in South America. It is part of the rainforest system. On board is the director and some of the actors involved in the film. They have no idea where they're at, with only a handheld compass for direction. They have to learn how to survive in the jungle, as they are about to learn what hardships are. There's an unusual and mysterious sound they keep hearing and signs of their not being alone.
Uh, I hope I get more lines this time. This documentary we did last month, they had me carrying lighting and sound equipment every day. I got in 10 minutes shoot talking about how deep the Pacific is in the center.
Hey, Cece, don't complain. You have to pay your dues in this business. Looks only get you so far. And that cleavage of yours, for starter, doesn't take talent. And you can back off Kyle. He's off limits.
Oh, I don't know about that, Macy. Seems to me she's got a lot of talent there.
Lamont, you are such a leech. And keep your eyes out for this one, Cece.
Please do.
Do you mind keeping your mouth shut? I need to get some beauty rest.
Sleep away there, Dolores. By the looks of things, you need a lot of rest.
Oh, you don't have some strategy to work for, God. Gerard stunts. Oh, that's right. You will be doing most of them. A lot of retakes there. How long have we been on this flight?
8 hours and counting. Whew, I wish it was daylight. Would love to see the ocean.
The rest of the crew were sleeping when they felt the plane shudder. What was that? Oh no.
Stella, relax. It was just an air pocket.
Your first long distance flight, I take it?
Yeah, I'm not a frequent flyer.
Oh, you'll be all right. You'll get used to these ups and downs.
The plane shuddered again. When over the PA system, they heard the captain's voice.
Looks like we're hitting a little turbulence. Nothing to worry about. but I would suggest that you put your seatbelts on and be sure to have your oxygen masks at the ready should they drop down.
Are we gonna die?
Ease up, sugar. Can't be. I haven't won my Oscar yet.
How can you think about something like that at a time like this?
Listen up, everyone. Take a deep breath and relax. Captain Day is an experienced pilot. He used to fly for commercial airlines. He has more flight hours than I will ever dream of.
Miss Pearson, join me in the cockpit, pronto.
Sitting
What is
next
it,
to
Emerson?
the captain in the co-pilot seat, Georgie saw a worried look on his face.
What is it, Emerson?
Somebody sabotaged this flight.
What do you mean?
All communications are down. I can't even get a mayday out. My engines are acting up, and it's as if someone sabotaged this plane.
The plane started drifting downward toward the ocean floor.
What are our coordinates?
The panel's out. I haven't a clue where we are. All I know is that we're way off course from where we should be. The compass has us heading north, and that is impossible.
Well, what are we going to do?
Try not to crash land this thing. Hopefully I can cut the engines and hit the water upright. We can use the life rafts for our passengers. Get the passengers ready for a rough landing and be careful.
The plane started dropping fast. There was moaning and groaning and crying from the passengers. Georgie
Whoa,
everyone down.
Calm down. It's going to be all right. The captain knows what he's doing.
Says you.
How can we be calm when we're about to die?
I'll never get my big chance now for the Oscars.
That's the most emotion I've ever seen you show. Keep it up. You might make an actress yet.
Lamont, why don't you shove it?
Gladly. Where do you want me to start? With your face? Hey guys, knock it off. Buckle up and shut your pie holes. You want to talk? Try praying. What a bunch of weeps. Toughen up and buckle up, or you'll be thrown across this plane like a frisbee.
Kyle, I'm trying to be brave. I knew I shouldn't have taken out that life insurance policy.
Oh, for crying out loud. It's not the end of the world.
Are you nuts? This is the end of our world.
Well, try looking at the bright side.
Oh, what bright side?
Oh, well, I'm sure there's one somewhere.
The captain says, "This is it, folks. Be sure you're buckled in, oxygen mask in place, and pray."
You heard the captain now. For the love of heaven, shut up.
Oh.
The body of a man comes sailing down the aisle, slamming against the door of the cockpit as the plane hit the ocean and skipped like a stone over the water. Crunching sounds and trees and debris scattered across the fuselage, the passengers bouncing up and down on their seats. Daylight was breaking through the windows. Then all grew silent, except for the chattering of monkeys and screeching of the birds heard in the distance. Scene 2. Where are we? Passengers were a bit confused, and Macy was in shock. Bruises and cuts, and Gerard with a lacerated arm. Georgie was busy administering first aid to the passengers. The captain was glad to see everyone was alive and starting to move about. But questions on everybody's mind was, who was this stowaway?
Once you all get attended to, we're going to have to take a stock of everything that we can use to our advantage.
Where are we?
I wish I knew.
Surely, Captain. Your instrument panel should have told you that.
No, I'm sorry, it's not working. It was tampered with. Of that, I am sure.
Who would do something like that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Everyone pivots to look at the stranger who stood there with blood running down his face and a swollen arm from hitting the door.
You need me to take a look at that arm.
Who's the bomb? I saw Ben Burgard. I will be all right.
Put him under house arrest. He's
Amen.
probably the reason for the accident.
Hold on now. I know him. He's part of our film crew. He's speaking Portuguese because he lives in Rio Branco. Isn't that so, Afonso Oliveira?
See. I'm so sorry, bossy man. I drink too much the ginga last night. Miss my flight with the field crew. Phil ho de pato. I must have passed out.
Why didn't anyone see you then?
I have my body curled up under the blank of the plane seat.
Oh, great. A man who doesn't even speak English.
I wouldn't be too quick to judge. He grew up in this country and was once a guide. He told me he'll come in handy if we make contact with anyone.
Great. We're all gonna die.
Look, hon, it will be okay. We didn't lose the whole plane, only the back portion.
Great. Where do we go to the bathroom?
That's the least of our worries.
Lamont is right. Absolutely right. The first thing we need to do is inventory, see how many supplies that we have left, especially food supplies and drinking water, of which we'll have to ration.
We need to find as much mosquito propellant as possible. They grow so big here, they can carry you off.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Now, really?
No, really. I saw a puppy carried off in the jungle when I was a kid.
Soon all the passengers were huddling together in the middle of the plane.
I'm going to put Georgie in charge of gathering all supplies. And Lamont, you're in charge of night guard. When we sleep, and you can take turns with Gerard.
Everyone had a job to do. The men went outside, walking around the wrecked aircraft, seeing what they might be able to use or spare for further use. The women worked on the inside. Georgie was in charge, but constantly had to stop the bickering among the women.
I'm going to need this lotion for my skin. I can't have wrinkles.
Really, Macy? Who gives a rat's patootie what you look like in a place like this?
Yeah, maybe the monkeys or the snakes.
Snakes! What snakes?
Calm down. You won't have to worry about wrinkles in this humidity. The jungle gets really hot and you will be sweating every day. The hardest part is trying to stay cool and dry.
Yeah, you can get jungle rot in your feet.
You know, you can get jungle rot of that mouth of yours if you don't keep it closed.
You know, you gals would do better if you would just stick to your chores and stop worrying about every little thing. You are about survival now.
We can use the air conditioner on the plane now, can't we?
What air conditioning? Are you serious? This plane is down for the count.
Are we gonna die, Miss Pearson?
Oh, you stop already. Not on my watch. Look, you all have got to toughen up. The more energy you expend on being scared all the time, the weaker you will grow. You are going to have to learn to be alert and aware. There are wild animals in this rainforest.
What wild animals?
Well, let's just say a few big cats.
Just then, they heard a roar from a big cat. Oh, no! Oh, no.
Why don't you wave a big flag to our location while you're at it?
Don't bother, they can smell us. So, I would suggest you don't wear perfumed anything.
We're going to need guns for protection.
You have to take that up with Captain Day. You know, you can't have frightened people running around amok with firearms.
You got that right.
The galley had a few food items available. The refrigerator had 24 broken eggs, a gallon of milk, melted butter, and 3 loaves of bread, box of crackers and peanut butter. There were cans of caviar and olives, 2 bottles of wine, and a case of beer, a case of bottled water, and 1 bottle of Jim Beam.
We will gather all of these food supplies and ration them for now.
We could starve. Then what?
We hunt.
Scene 3, who's in charge? The men were busy looking at the wreckage and seeing what they could salvage, using the plane's exit hatchet and a machete to cut through vines and trees that entangled the plane. The captain was trying to explain to the men how they could make this work.
Now, fellas, if we have to work as a team if we're to survive, okay? I'll be the leader, and my right-hand man will be Alfonso.
What? Why him?
I know. I know some of these things.
He's right. He was raised in the rainforest as a little boy. He understands how this ecosystem works and how to protect yourself and stay safe.
We need guns!
Slow down, slow down. Only certain men will be allowed firearms. Do any of you have guns on you?
I have a Luger.
Okay, that's only good for short range, but it will be useful. Hand it over.
Why? I don't let anybody have my gun. Just do as the captain says. I have a hunting rifle in my gear.
That'll be good for longer range. There are 2 weapons on on the plane in my locker. We need to gather all of them and check how much ammo we have. I don't know how long that we'll be stuck here. Does anybody have any knives?
Most of the men had pocket knives on them. The captain said they would need all the weapons, and he would be in charge of the weapons. They were only to be used when they took field trips out and for scouting and possible hunting.
Hunting?
You heard the captain. He knows supplies could run out on the Spain Sea. I will show you how to make the seawater safe. Don't drink it. To drink it easy.
You seem to know a lot about military protocol. Yes, Captain Day is a full colonel in the United States Air Force. Did you see action?
I was in Afghanistan. That's all I'll say.
Yes, sir.
Scene 4, the trees have eyes. It took the rest of that day to secure the plane as their encampment. They managed to use the broken tail end for their restroom. Problem being it was several yards from the plane's main body, forcing one to walk through thick underbrush and possible snakes and insects under. The women were terrified.
Okay, man, I need some help securing this fuselage from outside predators and insects entering while we sleep.
Predators?
Oh, calm down, Cece. You'd only be a snack for them anyway.
The men used sheets of ripped off metal and blankets for a makeshift wall, packing cardboard and plastic wrap to fill in any gaps. They used the side door to exit from. The automatic stairs were jammed, so they had to make a rope ladder to exit and enter from. It was nightfall by the time they'd finished. They had little emergency lanterns that ran on batteries for light. No one wanted to go to the restroom and resorted to bucket duty, using it to relieve themselves in, to be emptied in the morning as they took turns to empty it. No one slept that first night as the sounds of the jungle kept them awake, and the heat was unbearable.
Say we put together a small group of men to scout around here. Maybe we'll find some kind of life or people. I don't know. I read where there are headhunters and cannibals in these jungles.
Ah, the trees. The trees here have the eyes. They watch you move. See?
All right, man, let's get serious here. I'll take Alfonso with me. Kyle, I'm leaving you here to keep an eye on things. And I don't want any of you getting any ideas about leaving on your own. It may cost you your life.
We're all going to die. I know it.
Would you put a sock in it?
I'm starving and there's nothing to eat. Nowhere to go but to stare and look at you. And it's about as fun as watching wet paint dry.
As if you are the sharpest crayon in the box. Your mouth is boring me to death.
The two women start after each other, pulling each other's hair.
Stop. And I mean, stop it. I have no idea how long we are going to be stuck here, but you two better settle down. Conserve your energy for things that are coming up.
Oh, and who died and left you guys?
Oh, she thinks she knows more than us. You're just a flight attendant, no more than a flying waitress.
I hate to break it to you two, but Georgie is an ex-helicopter pilot. She served in Combat 1 Tour, where she was on duty and shot down, breaking her nose and arm and had to have eye surgery to replace a torn retina. So if I were you two, I would sit down and show her some respect. Got it?
The two women slunk back to their seats and hid their faces in some magazines. Captain Day and Afonso were gone for half the day. Upon returning, they saw two of the young women laying on the plane's wing, sunbathing.
What on earth are you two doing?
See, they look like a cooked lobster.
I was just getting a little sun.
Nothing wrong with that now, is there?
Nothing wrong. The sun down here isn't like what you're used to. It's much more intense here. You're closer
Oh,
to the equator.
I put sunscreen on.
Oh, that's like saying you put a Band-Aid on a gaping wound and leaving a scent for wild animals to zero in on, too. Where's Georgie?
She tried to stop us, but she's not the boss of me.
I don't want to burst your bubble. I am. I have complete authority over my aircraft and the safety of my passengers. I suggest you get back inside the plane and stay there for the rest of the day.
By nightfall, all you could hear was moaning and groaning under their bright red skin. No one got any sleep that night either. Scene 5, the field trip.
Ah,
There on the ceiling of the plane was a gigantic spider looming over Mason's sleeping area.
Oh, no, it's a spider, wolf spider. It's not poisonous. It's a female looking for a place to nest and have her babies.
mm,
You can't be serious. She needs to find another place to have her kiddos and not here.
Oh, say still. No, quick moves. She scares. She scares easily.
Well, now, isn't that special? A spider afraid of us. Please, can we find another dwelling place for her?
Oh, hand me your scarf, Donzella Macy.
Why?
Just do as he asks.
She winces in pain from her sunburn and gives Afonso her shawl. He quickly throws the shawl over the spider as it falls into it. He grabs the bundle and tosses the spider out of the side door as it scampers off into the brush. Meanwhile, Mason faints.
all right, show is over. Thanks, Alfonso. You saved the day. Now, listen up. You'll see more of this as days pass. You have to be aware this is a jungle now, and it is inhabited by things that you could only dream of. So pay attention to us when we warn you. Tomorrow, we're taking a trip to the beach. Everyone is going, and we're gathering firewood and building a large help sign for hopefully a pilot to be seen from above.
Oh, does that mean we're going to be saved?
Well, that remains to be seen. While we are at it, though, who ate a whole loaf of bread and a jar of olives?
Everyone looks at each other.
And
I know who did it. I can't tell on them. They need to confess as they could speak. Who is it?
Just then, a little monkey swung over the seats, and looking at the crew, it let out a loud burp.
You are the little thief.
The monkey jumped over his head, and then, as if by magic, gave Lamont a large bundle of ripe bananas.
Fair trade, I guess.
Looks like you just made a friend.
At least someone understands me.
Are you going to keep him?
I don't think so.
The monkey took its little hands and rubbed its face on Lamont's nose like a kiss.
Keep him, or is it a she?
Oh no, this little guy is a macaco, a girl.
Figures. I'm looking for a broad and I end up with a monkey. I'll call her Gigi after my last fling while filming in France. Gigi!
The little monkey claps his hands together and spins in a circle while everyone's laughing.
Gigi!
The captain had everyone pack things to take to the ocean the next morning. He reminded them to be sure to use mosquito repellent and protective clothing for the heat of the sun. He put Kyle in charge of the guns and Georgie with the women. People didn't sleep too well that night. They were up at the crack of dawn and following Afonso in the lead. Gigi was already getting used to Lamont as a small group made their way to the shore.
Okay, people, here we are. This looks like a good spot to place our SOS sign. We'll have two teams. I will lead Team A. Cece, Dolores, Macy, Lamont. Alfonso leads Team B. He knows the jungle. Georgie, Stella, Gerard, and Kyle. Stay together. Do not wander off. It could cost you your life. Is that understood? First, we'll be hunting for rocks of large size. Oh, and watch for spiders and snakes.
You know what? I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Perhaps you can go back to the plane by yourself.
Oh, all right. You're such a bully.
One that is trying to save your life.
The captain made sure each person had a large stick to use for defense if needed. Afonso had brought a machete with him to cut through the tall grass and the brush. Others used a shovel and their knives. It was slow going. After a few hours, they had found a group of stones to bring back to the shoreline.
All right, while we have sunlight left, let's mark out spaces or places so we can put these stones out so they can be seen from up above.
Great. They'll never find us.
Perhaps if you use your big mouth, they could hear us.
Funny coming from an actor wannabe. Really, Kyle? I don't see what you see in this hot mess.
That's enough, Mom. You just have to get to know her.
Oh, that'll be the day.
I have more on my mind right now. Corporal will be breathing down my neck about the millions we are losing on this production and the lawsuits that will follow.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself.
All right, that's enough chit chat. Now we need to get us some firewood. I'm taking Kyle and Gerard with me. Alfonso, stay here and help set up our signal stones.
Just as the captain returned with arms of branches for wood, they heard a blood-curdling scream.
Ah! We're all going to die!
You need to calm down. You're only making matters worse. Right in the middle of the stones, a large anaconda raised its huge head, warily eyeing all the people.
I got this. I got this. I got this. Please, all be quiet now.
He picked up a stick, he wrapped his neck scarf around it, making a torch. Using his lighter, he set it on fire, and slowly he walked toward the large snake and scared it off with the fire. Everyone applauds.
It's okay. It's okay. Just any day's work.
He smiles.
What'd you say, Captain? It's getting dark.
Yep, we're going to have to sleep on the beach tonight.
I will make a campfire. Good idea. Everyone huddle together near the campfire. That'll ward off the mosquitoes. I will take first watch, then we will rotate. I suggest we get cracking.
Scene 6. Huge tracks. As a tired group circled around the campfire, they slept with their backs to the fire so they could see anything that approached them from their fronts. The captain and Stella sat by a palm tree and sipped from a whiskey bottle.
Best I take the first watch.
Oh, oh goodness. I want to sleep. I'm so overtired and worried that no one is going to find us here.
Oh, Ms. Lamar, I think you're doing fine. At least you don't continually whine like some of the others.
Thank you, Captain. But I really am afraid. My dream was to possibly win an award on this movie. It's a big role for me.
You know, I saw you in Cheating Hearts last year. I thought you were great in that.
Really? Well, thanks.
Here, have another sip. It'll help you sleep.
As the captain had said, Stella soon grew sleepy and fell asleep leaning on his shoulder. He gently brushed the hair from her face. She opened her eyes to see him staring into her dark eyes. Then it happened. They both kissed each other on the lips. Oh, good. I better join the others. Thank you for the nightcap. Stella was attracted to the captain, but knew he was a bit of a rogue when it came to women. There was a strange sound that echoed through the forest that night. It kept waking up the sleepers. In the morning, they all mentioned it to the captain.
Captain, what was that strange moaning sound going on last night?
Oh, see, that? It was a full moon, and legend has it there are haunted islands in the rainforest. Some say headhunters can still be found in those areas.
Stop it, Alfonso. You're just trying to scare us.
Cece is right. What nonsense.
Just then, Lamont hollered, "Boo!" behind Cece. She shrieked.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Let's get our butts back to the plane. It looks like rain is heading our way.
I am hungry. All this talk of predators has me hyped.
Just then, Kyle spoke up.
Captain, take a look at this.
There, near the edge of their encampment, were tracks, huge in size, like those of a man.
We need to add another watchman at night while we sleep. I don't like the looks of this.
Scene 7. A dinosaur? By the time they made their way back to the plane, Gigi had went on ahead. She had a clump of bananas and a coconut and a branch filled with mangoes, just waiting for the crew.
Gigi, you are a little angel. Fresh fruit for supper tonight.
Oh boy, another banana. I'm going to turn into an ape myself.
You really are something. Maybe you can try going without. Teach you a lesson.
She will learn soon enough the ways of the jungle.
Not soon enough for me.
Calm down, ladies.
He said, kissing Gigi.
Our little friend here has more manners than most of you. We owe this meal to her.
The crew took turns petting her and saying thank you. Gigi stood up on the counter and chattered away in approval.
Look at my silk blouse you bought me, Kyle. It's got holes wearing through it.
It is just your body salt. When you sweat, it brings up natural body salts, and that is why we need to drink lots of water, everyone. You have to strip down and air out your clothes when you can. Here is cream to put on your feet, too.
I'll be more than happy to help.
Women glare at him.
Yuck, what is that stuff?
It may look and smell bad, but it saves you from jungle rot. You do not want to get that, trust me.
Suddenly, they feel the plane start to shake. Something was ramming it with full force. Gerard was making a mad scramble up the ladder, hammering to be let in.
Hey, man, what is it? A dinosaur. A what? You heard me, a dinosaur. Were you in my hooch again? No! I know a dinosaur when I see one.
Hold on now, hold on. Maybe he's not that far off. Remember those tracks we saw down by the beach?
Oh, yes, Capitan. My grandmother told me about these lost animals that roam these islands as a child. The mosquitoes are very, very big. As I told you so.
The women huddled together.
Now what? These aren't going to be any good against something that big.
But I know where this is a poison berry. The natives use it to shoot at these animals to make them sleep.
Dolores stuck her head out the door. In a big, booming voice, she said,
Get your big ass out of here. Don't make me come down there.
The beast reared up on its hind legs, let out a blood-curdling screech, and ran off into the trees.
Mom! I always knew that mouth of yours might come in handy. Someday.
Okay, Gerard. I'm going to send you and Alfonso out first thing at daybreak and find those berries. And then you can show us how to make the arrows and the flute.
See, boss. See, boss.
Part 2, Scene 8. Follow that sound. A few weeks had passed and everyone was feeling desperate. They made daily trips to the beach to check their stone sign and setting campfires and night watches. One night they heard what sounded like a plane flying overhead. Gerard fell out of the fuselage trying to get to the sound and twisted his ankle. He was still on the outlook for the dinosaur he saw.
I never would have thought toasted cockroaches would taste so good.
Oh, you look it too. With all that weight you've lost, I would have to be dead before I'd get one of those things past my mouth.
Keep up your attitude and you will be dead.
They have the protein keep you alive. Don't worry so much. Tonight we'll be having a roasted python.
Snake?
Ah, tastes like the chicken.
Just then the odd howling noise started up again. It almost sounded human.
I need to find the source of that sound. I need volunteers to take a field trip into that direction of that sound.
Everyone was quiet.
I'm not going to ask again. I'll start choosing. The women can stay here and help with making more of those poison darts that Alfonso showed you how to do. We're running low on ammo. Lamont, I'm putting you on guard duty to protect the ladies.
Cat.
He slurs his words.
And back off the booze too, will you?
You might as well leave us with a wild animal.
Hey, I kind of like that comparison.
Gigi jumps up and down, clapping her paws together. Hey, Gigi, can you bring us bananas and fruit? Gigi climbed out the side door to do her errand.
You have to admit, that monkey is the best part of this crew.
Everyone agreed with Kyle. The captain took all the men and Georgie with him. They took their guns and a machete along with the poison darts. They were learning how to deal with the heat and how to protect themselves from the insects. They took their t-shirts, making them into turbans, long sleeve shirts, their pants tucked into their socks and boots.
I didn't sign on for this.
None of us did.
You gals need to be grateful you have a strong leader like Captain Day in charge.
You should know, Stella.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, we see how you look at him.
I trust him is all.
Is that what you're calling it nowadays?
A little hen party here? How about a little Jim Beam to calm you down?
The women decided a little sip wouldn't hurt. Stella refused. Before long, they were reciting lines from their scripts, singing and laughing.
Hey, he said we go find the captain and help. We're capable.
Ah, I'm going. Who's with me?
Oh, don't be stupid. You could die out there.
Ah, that's okay. You and Stella stay behind and guard the fort. We are up here.
I'll be reading your obituaries, losers.
The two women grabbed their poison darts and wrapped up in their protective gear. They wandered through dense underbrush and kept falling down from too much alcohol. Then they heard the howling and headed toward the sound. Meanwhile, the captain and his crew kept working their way through the brush when they spotted a large jaguar. Exploded Gerard.
I don't want to be his lunch.
Oh, here, take these leaves. Rub them all over your bodies. It will throw your scent off. Then stand still as you can. See?
The jaguar sniffed the air and walked past the group as if they weren't there.
Close call. Oof. Oof. What's that smell?
Gerard had made a break for the nearest tree to relieve himself. Meanwhile,
I'm confused. The sound keeps changing directions.
Cece, that's the booze talking. We should go back.
No, Macy. Listen, it changes.
Just then, out of nowhere, a large reptile starts running towards them.
first, Cece fell into what she thought was mud, followed by Macy. What they didn't realize was that they were in quicksand.
Oh no, I'm sinking. This isn't mud.
Quicksand!
Quicksand.
Remember that movie, the jungle movie we watched a while back?
You're talking about movies at a time like this?
No, listen, just listen. Remember the lead guy? He fell into some quicksand and he made his way out ever so slowly. The trick is not to move too much.
Great. How do we get out of here?
Just save your tears. Focus. Lie on your back and meditate.
Meditate.
Don't look now.
There was a wild boar circling around the edge of the pit, looking hungrily their way. Scene 9, the old man. The small group of people led by Captain Day worked their way by the sound. They saw skull and bones of animals hanging off of branches and large works of art, sculptured men and women carved in wood. Then a huge booming voice emanated from a cave. They warily worked their way toward it, their guns to the ready.
Or you will be vaporized.
A flash of light shone from out of the cave's opening. A huge head peeked out from the cave attached to a small body of what appeared to be a man, and they saw a large foot carved out of wood leaning in the entrance.
Clever. I must say you had us fooled. You can remove your mask.
I warn you, step back.
He said, using an old megaphone.
We're not here to harm you. Just curious where all the noise was coming from.
Yes, please remove your mask.
You are a woman. Very pretty, too.
Said a small voice. The little man removed the oversized head. There stood a small, wizened old man with a beard that grew to his waist, as white as snow. His age was hard to determine. He was dressed in a long shirt over a faded uniform.
Captain Emerson Day, pilot for the private jet company. And you are...
William Weiner, U.S. Coastal Guard. First class signalman, World War II, 1941. Served on the Comanche. World War II? Holy smokes! Is this real? How old are you? Over 100 at least. I scratched marks on the cave walls. I am 104 years old, sir. How, may I ask, did you end up here?
Just then a large ape appeared, pounding his chest and showing its teeth, appearing very ferocious. Gerard pulled his gun, cocking the trigger.
Oh, no, no! He is harmless. He is an orangutan, Tom. He is my best man, Friday. This is Percy, named after my father.
How did you end up here?
It's a long story, but happened a long time ago. Our ship got hit by an enemy torpedo. As we were going down, I managed to inflate a life raft, grabbing a few things as I fought for life. Most of the crew were dead. Charlie managed to get into the raft, but he was gone before the week was out. I was at sea for days, drifting where I didn't know.
How did you survive without food and water?
I was able to catch gulls and eat them, drinking their blood for fluids. I would sleep for hours. Sometimes it would rain. I caught the rainwater in my shoes. It kept me alive until I landed on the shore of this island.
The old man proved to be an extraordinary person, as he told the captain of his many years on the island. He told him that he had named the island Eden. Now, back at the plane,
I think we need to try and find the captain. I'm growing restless and worried.
You mean you have a heart after all?
Yes? Does that surprise you?
I agree with Lamont. Let's go and try to find the girls as well. They could be in danger.
Knowing them, they are. I'll just stay here if you don't mind.
Suit yourself. If we don't come back, you'll most likely starve or perish without a water supply.
Oh, all right. You drive a hard bargain. I'll go.
They geared up and took their weapons, hoping for the best. Meanwhile, the two women floating in quicksand were nearing their end.
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this up. That boy keeps salivating, trying to figure out how he can have us for lunch.
Really? I don't think so. Be quiet and work your way inch by inch till you can reach that low hanging branch. If we reach that, we can pull ourselves out. Then I'll kick that boar's ass.
Stacy was the first one to reach the branch, clinging to it for dear life. She had grown weak, and it took all her strength to pull herself out. She was about to beat off the wild boar when the cavalry arrived. Lamont immediately pulled Macy out to freedom as Gigi screeched and hissed at the boar.
I never thought I'd see you again.
The boar charged him, and Lamar shot him right between the eyes.
Now, why did you do that?
Are you hungry?
Is the Pope Catholic? I'm starving.
He'll supply us with a few meals. Here, drink this water slowly. Now let your body absorb it.
Oh, you poor things, you look terrible.
I'm surprised you two had it in you to survive.
Lamont took charge as they set up the camp near the pit. He used his knife to butcher the boar, saving smaller parts wrapped in huge plant leaves to cook later if they ever found the rest of the group. Gigi kept covering her eyes and chattering. He had the women gather branches and weeds to make a fire to roast the animal. They were ravenous as they ate themselves full.
I underestimated you, Lamont. I'm sorry.
You know, we sure didn't realize you knew how to do all this.
My granddad owned a small farm. I spent summers with him. He raised cattle, pigs, and chickens to sell. He did his own butchering and putting food by, as they used to call it. He had me work alongside him, telling me someday I would thank him for that knowledge. And this is the one time I do.
Amen.
Amen.
And
I'll throw this carcass into the sandpit. The blood will attract other predators. We have to keep our eyes out for cats, and they will smell the meat we have. Have your guns at the ready.
I just want to go home. This isn't my idea of a vacation in Brazil.
Hey, look, Dolores, this is home for now, so let's make the best of it.
They heard the strange sounds again as they huddled around the campfire.
At the break of dawn, I'm heading in that direction. I suggest you get rest for now. And ladies, thank you for your bravery through all of this. Now, a little nightcap as I keep guard.
Scene 10, the reunion. It started to rain as the ragtag group went through the jungle in search of their lost colleagues. They used banana leaves as umbrellas from the rain and the humidity. It was high. The overhead birds were screeching loudly as growls and roars could be heard in the depths of the forest.
Oh, we're going to be eaten. I just know it. Ugh.
You're too skinny, so quit whining.
Listen, girls. One of the reasons I kept this extra meat was to throw them off our scent and keep them busy snacking. Hopefully not on us.
Then a loud sound could be heard again, and everything grew silent. Oh, this is creepy. Oh.
Shush, listen. We may be growing close.
Just then a large ape appeared, dressed in a man's shirt and a Coast Guard cap, pounding his chest and showing his teeth while smoking a cigar.
Nah.
Calm down, girls. These animals are omnivores. Maybe a little meat in their diet sometimes.
Yeah, you want me to kiss your little skinny ass.
That's it. I've had about enough of you.
Really? Why don't you two grow up?
Ugh.
Then Captain Day appeared. Oh, God, Captain, I never thought I'd see you again. Throwing her arms about him and kissing him all over his face.
Yes, well, yeah, I'm glad to see you too, Stella.
As he peels her off from him.
How did you find us?
It wasn't easy.
Oh, I am impressed. See, you are too brave.
We will make soldiers out of you yet.
I think I'll pass. I'm getting too old for this.
Mom! I'm so glad you're safe!
And she broke down and cried for the first time.
Too bad we didn't have a camera here. No one would believe all of this. It would be award material, I am sure.
The old man appeared, and he looked everyone over.
Looks like things haven't changed too much on land. Women still squabbling and men trying to outdo one another.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Petty Officer Will Weiner, United States Coast Guard.
Coast Guard? He looks a little too old to be an active member.
Oh, he's a very, very brave man, Macho. He's lived here a long, long time.
Is this all of you now?
I'm afraid so.
Follow me. I'm sure you're tired and need some water to drink. I thought you might have something stronger to drink. In fact, I do. Follow me. He makes booze out of coconuts. It'll make you sit up straight. It packs a wallop. I still have a hangover from the other night. Be careful with that stuff.
They followed the old man to his cave. Gigi kept chattering at the ape. They looked at his wood sculptures and the intricate warning signs everywhere made out of old cans and glass jars. The cave was full of all kinds of things: boat parts, an airplane propeller, netting, various tools, and a case of fine old brandy, nicely aged, cigarettes and cigars, and playing cards.
Where, may I ask, did you accumulate all of this? The ocean. I've traveled up and down the shoreline, finding all kinds of things that get washed on shore. To my advantage.
That evening, the men sat around the campfire, eating the rest of the boar and drinking brandy as the women sat and watched the spectacle. At one point, the men stripped down and danced around the campfire, howling at the moon.
And they call us civilized.
Scene 11, the plan. Emerson and Stella were seen going into the cave at different times, disappearing into the dark. The others couldn't help noticing. And meanwhile, the captain made friends with William Weiner. The group stayed with the old man for a couple of weeks as he showed them skills that he had learned living on the island alone. Captain Day asked him if they ever were found, would William go back with them?
This is my home. I can never leave it. And what would Percy do without me? I doubt things have changed all that much on land. People still fighting amongst themselves, politicians in their wars, the greed of the rich and ruining this beautiful planet.
I'm afraid you're right. More technology, but still no common sense.
Still do miss woman. I left behind a wife and 2 boys.
He handed the captain a paper folded up with an old photo of him and his wife and sons of years ago.
I would like, if you do get back there, to look up this family. Maybe my sons and their kin are still around. I let them know that I love them very much. But I'm asking you to tell no one about me or this island. Can I trust you there? This is my little Garden of Eden, and I intend to keep it that way.
I would be honored to do so.
Follow me. I have something to show you.
They went deep into the cave, using a torch to find their way. William found a spot and dug up a hole. Inside was a wartime trunk, rusted and bent up. He pulled out some flares.
I want you to have these. The next time a plane flies over, shoot these. Shoot these off. They should still work.
I'm more than grateful, Mr. Weiner.
That was their last night with the old man and Percy. They ate well, fish and fresh fruit topped off with whiskey. The old man asked all the survivors to promise him that they would never mention this island to anyone. The group swore an oath to honor his wishes. Gearing up the next morning, William was sure that everyone had fresh food supplies and water to take with them.
I never thought I'd be so grateful to meet someone like you. You are remarkable.
She hugged and kissed him.
I wish you would reconsider and come with us.
I agree.
No, I understand this place kind of grows on you, and I will miss you.
She kisses him on his forehead as he beamed.
You have taught me so much. I will never forget you, my friend.
That no words, my friend. Thank you. My feelings exactly. I know I will use what I have learned from you for the rest of my life.
Qui det Taja. May God watch over you.
Percy made his way around the group, hugging them with tears in his eyes. All the women cried and the men teared up too. As they headed out, William came up to the captain and slipped something into his pants pocket. For later, my friend. Gigi was kissing William on his nose and chattering away as the group made their way back to the plane. Halfway on their journey, there was in the brush grunting sounds and loud movements. They were soon surrounded by large dinosaurs.
Told you they were out there. What a way to end our lives. I've run out of ammo.
Gerard, I don't know how to break it to you. These animals are tapirs. They're common in the rainforest. They're also herbivores. They might nibble on your toes looking for grasses and fruits.
Well, they look scary.
If you could see how you look with that scraggly beard and long hair, you might look scary to them.
Shoo, shoo.
He bellowed, picking up a stick and chasing them away as they squealed and ran off into the dense underbrush. It was dark as they made their way back to the plane. Everyone was ready for bed. The captain took first watch. It didn't take long for the crew to fall asleep. He forgot that William had placed something in his pocket. Reaching in, he pulled out a pouch, dumping out rough cut emeralds.
They have to be worth a fortune. That old dog. This'll get us back on our feet again.
The next day, everyone was in good spirits, even Dolores. They had developed a new respect for the jungle and the life it provided. They had grown and they knew it. Captain Day had everyone cover the plane with branches so no one could see it from above. I'm doing this for Willie. Scene 12, the trip home. About a weekend, they heard the engine of a small plane flying overhead. The captain and the men ran down to the beach, and true to the old man's words, the flare still worked. The plane circled lower toward the beach, and using a bullhorn, the pilot said he saw their stress sign and had the coordinates. He would be back as soon as he could with help. Everyone was elated, at first talking about all they had planned and could not wait to get back to civilization. But then as the day wore on, they grew quiet. A melancholy had settled over the group.
Well, maybe at last I'll get a chance at the big screen.
I hope you do, kiddo.
You mean that?
Yeah, I mean it in my own way. I'm rather darn fond of your silly ass. I heard Kyle talking about a while ago about you trying out for a part in the movie. You may have potential.
Oh, don't go getting all mushy on me now. I'd rather enjoyed our arguments. I mean, you kept me on my toes, and truth be known, I will miss you more than you know.
Well, hell must have frozen over if you two are hanging out together.
I think they are too much alike. That's why they like to argue.
Now, Lamont, let sleeping dogs lie.
Stella, meanwhile, has a little romance on the horizon.
Talking about.
Now, honey, we all have eyes.
It's heating up. Things, you two.
Gossiping, are we?
We all need to thank you, Georgie. You're our saving grace.
Yes,
Yes, you were.
Just doing my job.
With this bunch, you need an award.
More applause. Oh, yeah.
You too, Capitan.
Moving along. Scene 13, back home. The next day, a helicopter landed on the shore, and a rescue team had arrived to be sure all were safe. The captain assured the team that the island was small and full of wildlife. No human inhabitants were there. As the acting crew left, they each took a piece of something from the plane as a remembrance. There wasn't a dry eye to be seen. They weren't going to let Gigi on the board. Lamont lied and said Gigi was a trained animal in their upcoming movie. Gigi kept chattering and dancing in circles, ending with a little bow. That was enough to convince the rescue team that she was part of the rescue. They arrived in LA on a sunny afternoon. Several news companies and reporters met them on the tarmac. Questions flying in every direction. The captain told them that he would talk after seeing his lawyer. That first week was getting back to modern life. They all felt more afraid of the local news and traffic and noise that overwhelmed them. Alfonso told them they would eventually get back to the hectic lifestyle after the peace of the jungle.
Well, I'm glad to be back, but my lawyers are going up against the private jet company owned by ViStar over the loss of their plane and taking me to court after having lost it, allegedly.
I know. If only you could prove that someone had sabotaged the plane and why.
I lay awake at night wondering that as well.
Alfonso overheard the men talking.
I think maybe I know something.
What do you know?
The night I got on the plane, it was empty. Before I pass out in the toilet, I see a man dressed in a pilot uniform, walk in the cockpit, see a woman by his side. Then I black out. I thought it was you.
Would you know them if you saw them again?
Hmm. I, I think so. I think so.
Could you maybe spend the day with me around the airport? It'll be a week before you can fly back to Brazil. I'm on suspension while they investigate what happened.
Afonso became the captain's shadow all that week. Then one afternoon, Afonso notices a pretty redhead drinking a coffee in the lunchroom.
Excuse me? Excuse me, miss. May I join you?
She said yes, but was inquisitive about his sudden interest. He told her she looked familiar, and was she in the film industry? She said yes. Her father was the CEO of Dreamland Studios, ViStar's competitor. Afonso said he at one time worked on a film with Dreamland Studios. They actually had a better offer working with ViStar with Kyle Logan. We won an Oscar last year for Best Cinematography. She suddenly turned pale. Her whole attitude changed. Just then, a well-dressed man walked up to her, and she didn't say a word, but whisked her partner off. Afonso knew then the guy was on the plane that night, and she was the woman. He immediately phoned the captain and told him about his find.
Hmm. I'm going. I'm going to follow them. See? I will call you. I will call you when I see where they are going.
Oh, back in the routine. I hope we can get back to Brazil.
No more complaints then. And your tan looks great.
You think so? So do you.
Miss Brazil already. I hope Captain Day gets through his court date. It's so unfair.
What's going on, girls? Is this a new hangout spot? LAX out airport?
Hey, Gerard, could you get everyone on the phone and have them meet us here tonight?
What's up?
Well, we're trying to help Captain Day.
Why?
The way Alfonso was carrying on at lunch today, I think he's onto something involving the captain and he needs our help.
Okay, I'll get Kyle on the line too. Because he has been saying that something that doesn't add up with our crash.
Later that afternoon, the whole crew was back together, including Stella and Dolores. Scene 14, wrapping it up.
What's going on, guys?
I've been so worried about the captain.
Oh, I can see that by that diamond you're sporting.
Oh, it's a friendship.
Oh, sure.
Does this have something to do with the trial coming up?
He spent a week looking up Lily's family and he found them. But I need to tell you something else. Afonso is onto something. He invited a couple who work for Dreamland Studios. He has convinced them to come here for a few drinks at the Blue Bar nightclub, promising a big deal on a contract to buy out ViStar.
What?
It's a setup to try and get them to fess up to some sabotage they may have committed. Georgia will be recording everything they say. Everybody play along. We are a bunch of friends having a few drinks before our flight takes off.
Sounds about right.
The crew met at the nightclub while the captain and Georgie joined the table. Afonso and Kyle sat alone, watching for the couple. Then on time, they arrived, looking about warily. Georgie had her camera rolling as she hid behind a potted plant. As Afonso began his spiel, the man spoke up with questions.
Yes, I am the director of Southern Lights. Are you a fan of my work?
The man started getting uneasy when Captain Day joined the table.
You should remember me. You took down my plane.
What's
What's
with
that?
What?
They stood up, circling around the table. The man was trapped. Then slowly the man pulled out a revolver. And this is a magnum. It will make a mess, he warned them to back off. Afonso pulled out a Bowie knife, laying it on the table.
I will have you throw it off before you get any single fire off.
It grew quiet.
Who hired you to sabotage my plane?
And then the girl spoke up. Daddy wanted to buy out ViStar, And he also had rights to film in Brazil until the screenwriter sided with you guys. He told us to get rid of the competition, as this film would be worth millions, and you unfortunately met with a plane crash and a problem. Now, let us out of here, or I shall call security.
Don't bother. I have it all on camera. Great acting, I might add.
Dolores had went to get security and said the two had reported having a bomb. As they cuffed and walked him out the door, the film crew all hugged one another and sat till early morning drinking and talking about Brazil. A month later, everything was back to normal. For Emerson, he maintained his pilot's license. The CEO and his accomplice were arrested. Emerson used some of the emeralds to pay off his legal fees, then took a flight to Rio Branco, South America. He walked onto the set. Gigi was the first one to run and jump up on the captain, kissing his nose. Stella started to cry as they embraced with a long movie kiss. Soon everyone was huddling around them.
Feels like home.
And Gigi dances in a circle round and round, clapping and chattering. The end. Thank you, everyone. Great job. Take a bow. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed our program. It was fun putting it together. God bless.